Yo, the internet just erupted. 50 Cent has officially responded after T.I.'s son, King Harris, reportedly crossed the line and fans are losing their minds. What started as a casual post turned into a full-blown clash that nobody saw coming. Tiny's photo posted by 50 Cent sparked reactions, but King's immediate response? Pure chaos. Social media is flooded with comments, memes, and theories, and now the streets are watching every single move. This isn't just family drama, this is hip-hop tension hitting a new level. 50 Cent, a veteran known for his ruthless comebacks, isn't holding back. And King Harris, stepping into the spotlight, is showing he's not afraid to challenge one of rap's biggest legends. The energy is raw, the stakes are high, and the entire culture is glued to the screens. Fans are split. Some are cheering 50 Cent's assertive clapback, others are surprised by King Harris standing his ground. T.I. is caught in the middle, and the question on everyone's lips, will this spark a renewed beef, a public feud, or something even bigger that could shake the rap game? Every post, every story, every subtle emoji is under the microscope. One wrong move could escalate things beyond social media. This is drama at its finest, a mix of legacy, pride, and audacity colliding in real time. Hip-hop is watching, the fans are reacting, and the next move could redefine this feud forever. Yo, the internet exploded after 50 Cent and T.I. pulled fans into one of the wildest beef spirals of 2026, and now things have taken a full family feud-level turn that nobody saw coming. It all started with talk of a versus battle, then quickly escalated into personal posts, social media trolling, diss tracks, and now even a response from T.I.'s son, King Harris, and it's getting intense. This wasn't just another rap social media argument. It's turning into a multi-layered clash involving legacy, family, and pride. It began when T.I. publicly called out 50 Cent about falling back on a rumored versus battle that was supposed to happen between the two legends. Instead of clearing things up, 50 Cent took it to Instagram and posted a photo of T.I.'s wife, Tamika "Tiny" Harris, with a caption that many fans called disrespectful. That sparked the whole chain reaction. After that photo went up, King Harris, the 21-year-old son of T.I. and Tiny, didn't stay quiet at all. He blasted back on social media with heated, explicit posts defending his mother's honor, even referencing 50 Cent's late mother, Sabrina Jackson, a move that shocked even seasoned hip-hop heads online. In one of his posts, he challenged 50 Cent to dig up your mama, and even put up an image of a tombstone with his name, telling him that was where his mother's resting place was. Fans immediately noticed how personal the drama became. What started as a beef between two rappers shifted into a public exchange involving family members, wives and sons, and that turned the whole thing into something that's more than just bars or memes. People were loudly debating online about whether rappers should ever bring family into their battles, especially when those family members aren't even part of the original beef. From there, T.I. didn't just sit back. He came at 50 Cent with new music, dropping snippets of diss tracks like War and another titled The Right One, where he directly fired shots at 50's reputation, credibility, and history as an artist. He made it clear he wasn't playing games, even taking aim at 50's image and legacy through his lyrics. That pushed things even further into public territory and turned the feud into one of the biggest rap storylines of the year. Now, the internet is buzzing. Social media timelines have been flooded with reactions, memes, fan commentary, and outrage. People are choosing sides, some defending King for standing up for his mom, others criticizing the personal nature of the disses, and some fans saying it's just another example of modern rap beef taking things too far. What's making this so explosive isn't just the back and forth itself, it's how quickly the feud expanded from a simple Instagram post to music, diss tracks, social media rants, and now family involvement. Hip-hop fans around the world are watching every move, every reply, and every new post as though it's the latest episode of a drama series. King Harris's musical response wasn't subtle either. On his own track, Made Man, he took aim with aggressive lyrics aimed at 50 Cent's persona in the rap game, calling out his credibility and attitude. That's a bold move from someone who hadn't originally been involved in the dispute, showing how personal slights can pull even newer artists or the next gen directly into established beefs. Meanwhile, 50 Cent hasn't exactly backed down either. Despite deleting some of the controversial posts, he kept trolling fans and posting memes that aimed to downplay the attacks, a classic move of his online trolling playbook that some outlets have pointed out he's used in other feuds as well. That pattern, where he brings humor and mockery to fights he's in, has become part of his digital persona, but it's also drawn criticism for dragging family members into things that aren't directly their beef. Amid all this, Tiny Harris herself hasn't publicly responded, choosing silence so far, and many fans are watching to see whether she will address it or let the men take their fight into the public eye. That silence has only added fuel to the speculation and online debate, with many fans wondering if her silence is strategic or simply no comment at all. So why has this blow-up become such a big deal? Partly because it combines old-school rap feuds with new-school social media drama, and when family gets involved, fans tend to react more emotionally. It's one thing when rappers trade bars with each other. That's almost historic in hip-hop culture, but when sons and mothers get pulled into it, it feels different. It feels personal. And that's what has kept this story trending across platforms. Right now, the feud isn't just a clash between two artists, it's become a full-blown cultural moment. Conversations about respect, boundaries, loyalty, generational influence, and family honor are all part of how fans are dissecting every line, lyric, caption, and meme. This isn't just about the music, it's about what it means when legendary artists tangle in public, and how today's digital age makes every comment a viral headline. And even though 50 Cent and T.I. are both outspoken and experienced in rap beefs, seeing a son step into this, defending his mother and firing back, has ratcheted up the drama in a way that few feuds have in recent memory. Whether this ends in more diss tracks, public statements, or something completely unexpected, one thing is certain: this feud has become one of the most talked about moments in rap for 2026. What started as a long-running back and forth between two hip-hop legends has spiraled into one of the most unpredictable, personal, and intense feuds of 2026. After social media erupted over 50 Cent's controversial Instagram post of Tamika "Tiny" Harris, which many interpreted as trolling rather than lyrical sparring, King Harris didn't just comment, he launched a full response, escalating the conflict beyond anything expected. Fans were stunned when King posted visuals on his own platforms calling out 50 directly and even referencing the G-Unit boss's late mother, a subject that quickly crossed lines for many. Instead of staying silent, King shared a visual of a tombstone marked with the names of 50 Cent's mom and grandmother, a striking and highly personal image meant to provoke a reaction and reaffirm his defense of his own mother, Tiny. That moment instantly turned this from a generational feud into a full-on family clash that fans around the world couldn't ignore. T.I. wasn't passive about it either. In the wake of his son's bold move, the Atlanta rapper released multiple diss tracks aimed directly at 50 Cent. The songs "War" and "The Right One" signaled that he wasn't backing down, and his lyrics didn't hold back. He called out 50's credibility, mocked his tactics, and doubled down on defending his family's honor. On "The Right One", T.I. didn't just rap about musical superiority, he delivered blistering bars calling 50 Cent a snitch, accusing him of hiding behind internet memes instead of real confrontation, and even challenged his legacy and gangster image. Lyrics like "grown men making memes, that's a weird-ass flex" hinted that T.I. was tired of being trolled and ready to take this clash into full lyrical warfare. At the same time, King Harris didn't stop at Instagram visuals. He dropped his own track, "Made Man", a blistering diss record in its own right. On the song, King took shots at 50 Cent's toughness, rapped about defending his mother, and delivered lines that made it clear he wasn't just talking online, he was treating this as real competition. King's demeanor on "Made Man" was aggressive, and his bars were laced with personal bravado. Lines like "NI as speaking on my mama", "Tell Chaz ring the alarm" made it evident he meant business. His willingness to throw down in studio form showed that this feud was no longer confined to social media trash talk. It had transitioned into actual hip-hop conflict through music. But it wasn't just the artists themselves weighing in. The public reaction exploded across platforms, with memes, debates, reactions, and clips spreading across TikTok, Instagram, X, and YouTube. So much so that even the city of South Fulton Police Department had to poke fun at how many people were calling them about the feud, joking, "Stop calling about this verbal discrepancy," like it was a public safety issue. This back and forth illustrates just how much modern rap beef has changed. It's no longer just about bars exchanged in verses or interviews. It's raw social media warfare, community reaction, personal jabs, symbolism, and generational voices joining the fray. King Harris's entry elevated the stakes, turning it into a family affair and proving that the youngest generation of rappers can play just as hard as their elders. Amid all of this, Tiny Harris herself has become a sympathetic figure in public opinion. Fans have been vocal that she deserves respect, with many calling 50's trolling of her photo unexcused. Big voices in culture even echoed that sentiment publicly, including Tina Knowles, who reposted an empowering photo of Tiny and praised her beauty and poise, seemingly siding with her amid the beef. Tina Knowles' supportive post, calling Tiny's energy real feminine energy and sharing it with uplifting commentary, reminded fans that while rap beef draws attention, there's also room for solidarity and empowerment, especially when family gets involved. Even so, 50 Cent didn't stay quiet. After the diss tracks and heated exchanges, he scrambled his social media strategy, removing posts that directly dragged in T.I., and even posted a meme involving Tina Knowles that read as a shade toward Beyoncé's family. This bizarre twist not only drew headlines, but also confused some fans who wondered whether he was trolling or trying to pivot the narrative. Many interpreted 50's actions replacing direct beef content with memes and then clearing posts as a sign of him realizing the personal nature of this feud had grown bigger than he intended. That strategy reflects the complexity of modern beef. Attacks aimed at egos can quickly turn into reputational risk when families become targets. But despite the flurry of posts and music, one thing remains clear: this feud isn't going away quietly. Fans globally are dissecting every clip, every bar, every Instagram story, trying to predict the next move. Will T.I. continue dropping diss tracks? Will 50 Cent respond musically? Will King keep making music and social commentary? Or will this simmer down into a memory that gets revisited later? What's certain is that this conflict has already entered the rap culture canon for 2026, not just because of its drama, but because it blended music, social media, family loyalty, pop culture reactions, and generational voices into one storyline that's both messy and unforgettable. This feud between 50 Cent, T.I., and now King Harris has become more than just social media drama. It's a cultural moment that's dominated timelines, headlines, memes, tracks, and debates across hip-hop communities worldwide. What started as a versus rumor and some trolling posts has evolved into a multi-layered conflict involving legacy, family, music, identity, and even generational respect. The truth is, modern rap beef isn't what it used to be, and this situation proves that when family, history, and ego collide, things can get deeply personal. First, let's talk about the fans. The global hip-hop audience has split into factions, some defending 50 Cent's right to troll, some supporting T.I.'s lyrical response ethic, and a growing number rallying behind King Harris for standing up for his mother. On platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels, reaction videos have gone viral with millions of views, fans breaking down bars line by line, comparing diss tracks, and debating who landed the most effective punch. In fact, entire channels have pivoted to replaying clips of the feud 24/7, with compilations titled things like Top 1050 vs. T.I. Moments and King Harris's Best Diss Bars. This scenario has also prompted conversations about social media ethics, respect, and boundaries. When rappers involve family members, especially mothers and children, many critics argue that the beef crosses a line, one that damages reputations without artistic merit. Some fans have pointed out that dragging family into conflict feels less like a battle of skill and more like personal attack, which feeds a cycle of toxicity that hip-hop culture doesn't need. Others have countered that hip-hop has always been about storytelling, confrontation, and truth, and so long as the content is lyrical, music can serve as the arena for these confrontations. The media response has been just as intense. Major outlets like XXL, Complex, and Hip Hop DX published breakdowns of the feud with timelines, expert commentary, and fan polls asking, "Where do you stand?" Some outlets highlighted how this feud gained momentum online, pointing out that 50 Cent's trolling post, interpreted by many as a personal attack on Tiny, served as the catalyst for a feud that feels more explosive than typical beefs between artists. That's partly because it brought in non-artists, family members, and innocent parties who are now part of a public debate they never signed up for. Meanwhile, hip-hop historians and old-school enthusiasts have also weighed in, comparing this feud to past legendary rap wars. Some say it mirrors the bitterness and complexity of the East Coast versus West Coast era, not because of violence, but because of the depth of emotional investment and public involvement. Others argue it's more reminiscent of the battles seen in the early 2000s when artists traded lyrical jabs and the culture was forced to reckon with the meaning of respect, legacy, and authenticity. Let's shift focus back to the artists themselves. T.I., known for his lyrical sharpness and confidence, hasn't slowed his musical engine. The responses in his tracks War and The Right One aren't just diss records, they're strategic narratives. On those songs, he reasserts his dominance, frames the beef on his own terms, and challenges 50 Cent's legacy not just as a competitor, but as someone who once stood shoulder to shoulder with legends like Jay-Z, Nas, and others in rap history. And by invoking his family honor, T.I. isn't just defending his son, he's solidifying his own legacy as someone who won't allow disrespect in any circle. King Harris, perhaps the most surprising voice to emerge, has now become a figure of considerable attention. His diss track, Made Man, has been shared, analyzed, and applauded by fans who didn't expect someone so young to step into lyrical conflict with a seasoned rapper like 50 Cent. On social media platforms, fans have made memes and reaction videos celebrating King's confidence, energy, and willingness to confront someone with decades of experience in battle rap culture. Some fans call him a new generation voice, a bold challenger ready to carve his own lane even if it means stepping into one of rap's biggest wars. And what about 50 Cent? Despite deleting some posts that dragged in personal family context, he hasn't retreated from the public eye. Known for his internet trolling and provocative style, 50 has released interview snippets and reaction posts that play up his persona as the instigator, someone unafraid to push buttons, stir chaos, and stay unpredictable. That unpredictability itself has become part of his brand. Whether fans love him or hate him, they pay attention. And in the attention-driven world of social media beef, that's a powerful position to occupy. But there's another layer here, beyond music, beyond memes, beyond headlines, and that's the impact on family. Tiny Harris, thus far, has remained publicly silent, a silence that many fans interpret as strength. In a world where celebrities often speak immediately into controversy, her choice not to respond has been seen by many as a refusal to engage in chaos. Her silence has sparked discussion about dignity, respect, and the idea that not every battle in hip-hop needs a reply. Some fans even started trending hashtags like #RespectTiny and #FamilyAboveAll, applauding her restraint amid relentless online pressure. At the same time, some corners of the internet have criticized 50 Cent's tactics, suggesting that using a family member's image to provoke another artist crosses into cheap shot territory. This has led to deeper discussions online about what constitutes real competition in hip-hop and what belongs outside the arena of lyrical confrontation. Interestingly, this beef has also caught the attention of celebrities outside the music world. Actors, athletes, and influencers have weighed in with opinions, memes, and reactions, turning this into a mainstream pop culture conversation. Fans have watched reaction videos from influencers who break down bars like sports analysts breaking down game film. Clips like Top King Harris diss lines and 50 Cent's most savage meme moments have millions of views, turning this feud into fodder for discussion far beyond rap blogs. As this saga continues, the next question people are asking is, What comes next? More diss tracks? Public statements? Media interviews? Some. Fans even speculate about a future Versus-style showdown between T.I. and 50 Cent, a performance where both artists play their music and trade bars in real time. Others wonder if King Harris will announce new music or collaborations that continue his musical evolution beyond this feud. There's also the possibility that this conflict could cool down as both sides recognize the personal toll it's taking. Maybe the tension will shift back to lyricism alone, a return to what many fans feel hip-hop battles should be about: bars, skill, and artistry rather than personal family drama. Only time and the next post's songs and replies will tell. No matter how it unfolds, this feud has already made history in 2026 as one of the most talked about, emotionally charged, and culturally significant conflicts in hip-hop. It's taught fans, critics, and artists alike something about the power of legacy, the intensity of generational voices, and the impact of social media on personal expression. And while the internet continues to refresh timelines, share memes, post reaction clips, and debate every lyric line, one thing stands clear: this story isn't over. Because in hip-hop, drama doesn't die, it evolves.